When you look at the motion,
When it comes to kicking, the measure of success is simple.
the perfect kick is one that goes through the uprights. Look at that.
It just might be the most underappreciated play in football.
You know, the athleticism, big thing is leg speed. Yeah.
The voice of experience.
I can tell you whether it's going to be good, miss to the right or left.
The new assistant coach just might help Irwin go the distance.
Oh!
He told me to get wider on my stance when I do field goals, and it improved it by at least 10, 15 yards.
It would be easy to question whether he's even qualified.
Now, that first step with the right foot was long. I cannot physically demonstrate to you what to do. Nice snap.
That's crazy that he knows about kicking, but he is in a wheelchair.
Move your foot in up here when you mark it off.
Blevins has been there,
Just trust me, son.
but hasn't done that.
I was born with cerebral palsy that primarily affects the left side of my body. That was all soccer.
He's never kicked a ball before.
Never played it down, but always in the game.
When I was 4 years old, I loved football. I knew I wanted to make my living in football.
His mother made this scrapbook
Never forget these.
of her son's big dreams come true.
Sports Illustrated, this stuff I haven't seen in a long time.
It all started when he was an 8th grader. A Virginia high school coach made Doug a graduate assistant, the closest Doug could ever get to playing.
My knowledge of the game exceeded my classmates that were playing.
And that knowledge helped level the playing field, realizing
That if I was going to make it to the NFL, I'd have to have a specialty.
the man who never walked, intent on going pro.
A fine NFL kicker.
The ultimate salesman, he convinced the Jets to hire him as a kicking consultant in '94.
I'm right here.
Eventually hired by Coach Jimmy Johnson of the Miami Dolphins, who hadn't even met his coach. On the first day, Johnson actually thought Blevins was a visitor with special needs. They gave him the royal treatment.
I had a hat and some candy, and then I told him I was Doug Blevins, and he told me I wasn't.
He spent 6 years with the Dolphins
Yeah, he didn't know.
and privately coached some of the best legs in the biz.
I had to demonstrate to you or demonstrate to the athlete that I knew what I was talking about.
Prized pupils include David Akers, who just set the record for most field goals in a season, and Adam Vinatieri, whose game winner in Super Bowl 36 made him a legend.
We had worked on that over and over.
As a guru, earning many nicknames in the kicking game.
Kicking Yoda, the kick whisperer.
Not bad for the guy whose backup plan was stand-up comedy, which speaks to his outlook on what some call a disability.
I would tell stories about my life and funny things that have actually happened to me because it's been real comical, it really has.
Sometimes it's a wonder how he finds that humor.
It's been more of an inconvenience in my life than anything else. I've overcome it.
As Blevins rolls in, with each set of players, there's a different set of skepticism, hoping players understand the privilege of just kicking a ball.
I still regret that I won't know what that feels like. Y'all never experienced that. But you can't dwell on that.
It makes me think about a lot of things that I have that I can do that I bet you he wishes he could do.
Hey, Brian, you got a good leg. When you do that, all your power goes.
Doug wasn't a natural-born kicker,
You're not going to miss it because your leg comes around that way.
All right.
Trust it.
but as a coach, he lives vicariously through his players.
I mean, if somebody in a wheelchair can make it to the NFL,
Yeah, I can live with that, Tyler.
In his own way, splitting the uprights.
Great job, because who would believe it?
At Irwin, John Lee, News 13.
Sad day in the world of bluegrass music, it is.
So many players in mourning, influenced by the greats.
He defined an American music.
When it comes to admirers of the late Earl Scruggs, Mark Pruitt is among the pickers of the bunch. But we could only stay somber for so long.
There's nothing sad about the way a banjo sounds.
You may know the Grammy-winning player from the band Balsam Range. He first met the legend at Canton Junior High when he was just 15, and he became a mentor over the years. Pruitt even visited Earl's house with bluegrass singer Jimmy Martin, together at the table.
He said, "That's Earl Scruggs, right there, that's him." I said, "I know."
And 4 years ago, Scruggs shared a secret.
I said, "Earl, I wonder if you'd mind to show me how you did that little lick in Pike County Breakdown." He said, "Why, I don't mind at all."
Scruggs' legacy, it kind of snuck up on us in the form of a complete stranger. a music lover who literally came out of nowhere, put down his bucket, and did a happy dance on a sad day. Somehow so fitting.
Earl Scruggs brought many people together through the love of the music that he helped create.
Not too many people in history single-handedly shape how music is made, and few instruments will reel in a fisherman quite like this. Scruggs' days on Earth were numbered, but clearly the magic of the music, the picking, still has him grinning. In Haywood County, John Lee, News 13.
Whatever makes you feel like opening up.
Just a night at the Improv. But no punchlines.
There is an immense buzz and excitement.
The tension comes with the crowd, where Jonas Gerard is the main event.
Welcome, everybody. I make it public so people can see and witness what the creative process looks like.
Music cranked up as the drama unfolds live with a little lunacy.
I'm slightly insane. Maybe more than slightly.
Showing his audience an abstract way of seeing art and life.
Oh my God. I can't believe what I'm feeling.
No pressure when he considers the big picture, perspective that only comes from his private collection.
You like the shot of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's one of me painting.
He's usually so open, now searching in a corner where our camera is not allowed.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What he's looking for,
Oh, this one?
that's it.
Okay.
Healing from the cancer.
never intended for a gallery. We now see the portraits painted during the fight of his life.
This is what I looked like when my hair was growing back. Not a bad looking kid, you know?
Throat cancer threatened his life and his speaking voice.
It's very breathy. It's what I've got.
But his inner voice was stronger than ever. Doctors recommended a complete laryngectomy, forcing him to breathe through a hole in his neck.
And when I heard that, I said to the doctor, "Thank you very much, have a good day." And I walked out.
He'll be the first to tell you that back then, not a pretty picture. That's when Jonas wrote his own prescription for pink.
The pink is inner healing energy, light, God. I actually painted the cancer disappearing. Slowly but surely, the black started to dissolve.
Doctors recommended a year of radiation treatment. He did just 1 month. Jonas believes by visualizing his disease, he artfully dodged a bullet.
I loved the cancer, I put love into it, and the cancer said, "Okay, I surrender." And it disappeared.
Wow.
That's what I said. Wow, it actually worked.
This is a more recent self-portrait. Of course, forsaking modern medicine for modern art wouldn't be the answer for everyone.
There's more ways than one to approach curing cancer.
But he says we shouldn't ignore the creative force behind his recovery.
If you think abundance, if you think fearlessness, if you think joy, that's bound to happen.
By watching him in his element, he hopes the audience understands the freedom of living without a net.
You'll sprout wings, and you're okay, but there's no guarantee.
Art is often sold to the highest bidder. But some is so deeply personal, it will never change hands.
I'd do it if it was me. 75, now 600.
Because after all, how do you put a value on the picture of health?
When dealing with uncertainty, all the possibilities come to you.
The motor had come in on both my legs.
She has a long list of injuries.
Yeah.
Broken leg, broken hips.
Have a couple broken toes and some broken ribs.
But then there's a short
It's a
list
wonderful view.
of blessings.
And I didn't break a nail. This arm has been great.
Sharon Lovelace holds her left hand high. Some say a hero, healing in the trauma unit.
No. I'm an instrument of God. And I don't want that to sound fire and brimstone, but I'm a Christian and he uses us.
Just 4 days before Christmas, she was driving a church van when life and possible death flashed before her eyes. An 18-wheeler inadvertently swerved into her lane straight towards the van carrying 14 passengers, including a 1-year-old.
I was waiting for the guys to come and cut me out. You know, I was talking with God, saying, you know, you're the only one that's going to get me through this.
Sharon's pastor says her selflessness prevented a direct head-on disaster.
You don't have a lot of time to think.
The road to recovery won't be easy. But earlier this week, a visit from children aboard that van made all the difference.
It was a relief. Just a relief to know they were okay.
Giving Sharon a sense of solace in that hospital room.
No one died. No one. The babies are well.
Still counting.
And nobody died.
Blessings.
The Lord had us in his hands.
You can't always count on.
It was a bad wreck. It could have been worse.
One day this will be a fond memory.
Can you go as high as him?
The sentimental swings and the laughter. Part of the collective joy at a big gathering.
You better be glad I love you.
It's really nice to just get everybody together.
An event that is also kissed with a tinge of sadness.
I'll cry all the way home. And the next few days. And the next few days.
That's Elaine Ballard here for her son Chris.
Preparing to depart for Afghanistan.
He's an Army Reserve specialist, the Asheville man among the proud in the 324th ESB Alpha Battalion. The send-off that is quite familiar, considering it's his third tour of duty in Afghanistan.
It's always difficult to leave home, but you know, I've been there before.
Chris's dad says his son's commitment to our country runs in the family.
Yesterday I said goodbye to my father, who served in World War II. We had his funeral service yesterday. And so to see him take off for Afghanistan.
Chris is a computer whiz.
Absolute honor to serve.
And technically speaking, kind of humble about his duties.
We're the Army geeks. If it breaks, we fix it. If we could slap that little Geek Squad sticker on the side of our Humvees, that would probably be more appropriate.
Saying so long for now is never easy. A short ceremony makes the send-off a formal occasion where the national anthem seems more moving. And after the ceremony, Elaine seeks out her son.
They all look alike.
I know. Every other one I stopped and went, Chris?
Longing for the embrace.
All right, my turn to cry.
That makes it even harder to let go. In Greenville,
I want you to go.
John Lee, News 13.
Horrible when you walk outside and you just instantly start sweating.
We often think of the sun as smiling, but sometimes its star power can be overwhelming.
I think it's definitely an argument in favor of global warming.
We run for cloud cover to no avail. Even the fountain of youth might not help.
Kind of stuffy feeling.
But what if we could just chill out? What if we could reflect on the recent past? A time when the debate wasn't so heated.
You sweating, I'm sweating.
Go ahead, think cool. Really cool.
Walking in the Mr. Wonderland. Voices singing, let's be jolly. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. I'm already feeling good. They're so jolly. I can't wait for Christmas.
The Emperor Penguin will march to a place so extreme.
But some weren't feeling it.
Not working for me. Menopause has something to do with this.
Now plenty are anxious to take our challenge.
I triple dog dare you.
Fanned by fond memories.
Home Alone.
That's not Home Alone. That is a Christmas Story.
Another blast from the past.
I forgot what it's called. Yeah, I forgot what it was called too.
Takes us back to 1989. Stop, collaborate, and listen.
Cools me off a little bit.
No matter how you choose to accessorize.
I like Panda hat.
Staring at the screen gave them an escape.
Yeah. The weather is bipolar.
And sometimes we'd all like a place to vent.
Hi there, you have a second?
When the mercury shows no mercy.
Well, it made my day, that's for sure.
Feels good.
They were the exceptions. Any signs of winter, and most people just keep on walking. In Asheville, John Lee, News 13. After 365 days, the least we could do. One last thing. Before we congregate and celebrate, let's contemplate.
Accordion man!
recent history.
Yeah, Happy New Year. I'm at a parade. I'm the only one who came. You came.
Through social media, we invited you to the party. All you had to do was pick up the phone and share.
Last call, 2011.
Well, this is the Happy New Year hotline. Where are you calling from?
I turned 40 and my life has totally changed for the better.
Happy 2011, not for long. How are you?
But I want a brand new car.
No, you did not. How?
I sure did. Off a 99.9 Kids Country.
But New Year's Eve is often bittersweet.
Knowing that it's my mom and dad's anniversary on New Year's Eve, I lost my dad 5 years ago. I know they're in a better place.
Some broke up.
I left my boyfriend in 5 years.
Others rekindled romance.
I hated that it was 25 years later.
Never too late.
And I'm happy to say in about 4 hours we're going to get married.
4 hours?
So much good news.
My youngest son got to come home from Iraq in February last year. Celebrated my 1-year anniversary and also the birth of my stepson.
We all know 2011 wasn't perfect, but hindsight's 2020.
Happy New Year to you too, sir.
We'd all like to end the year on a high note.
That was good.
And as we turn the page, we all hold out hope.
Do not stop dreaming. For 2012, I want all our soldiers to come home.
All the wiser with the benefit of time.
Everything that I've gone through actually makes me the person that I am.
In downtown Asheville, John Lee, News 13.